Welcome to the podcast about venture capital, where investors and founders alike can learn how VCs make decisions and reach conviction. Your host is Nick Moran, and this is The Full Ratchet.
Welcome back for another edition of Investor Stories. On this special segment, the experts describe the most important lesson that they've learned and how that has changed the way they invest. This is the special segment called Lessons Learned.
On today's special segment, we have Tripp Jones of Encore Capital. Tripp, can you tell us a story highlighting a critical lesson that has changed the way that you invest?
You know, I think when I started my career, I was very focused on some of these things that I still absolutely believe in. Great teams, amazing products, great fundamental metrics, capital efficiency. But where I've really evolved, I think, over the last 5 years is it's not just like, hey, this is a team that can build this product or service, get big, kind of own their market and have a good outcome. You can do that. You can go on these 8-year journey, 10-year journeys and build a $200 or $300 million company. And when you're investing really early, if you invest at 20 post and build a $300 million outcome, that's a win. It's a win no matter what you do. But if that's the kind of ultimate outcome, that's that they've hit their entire potential and that's what's come out, you've kind of failed as a VC, to do all the hard work, to get lucky, to pick the right team, and then kind of make, 5 to 10 times your money because they absolutely crushed it and they did everything right. That really is, it sounds weird, but that's philosophically a failure. I've had to change my risk aperture of being I was always focused, can it be $100 million of revenue? Yeah, you'll win if you get there. But that shouldn't be the question. It should be why is this going to be a generationally important question? And that's the one at the end of the day, that's my last sanity check. Can this be a generationally important company? Will we be talking about this company in 10 years? Will we be talking about this company in 20 years if things go right? Because only if that's true, will this company potentially be a 5 or 10 or $1 billion company or bigger? And to do this job right, you have to be aiming at those type of outcomes.
On today's special segment, we have Greg Sands of Costa Noah. Greg, can you tell us a story highlighting a critical lesson that has changed the way you invest?
One of the things that I talked about this builder ops team, and it's different being in a firm and managing a firm that has both, an investment team and a builder ops team and how that comes together. And I'd say that is one of the things that we learned as we were doing early experiments and trying to do that is that some companies could accept help and metabolize the feedback and some couldn't. And this is, of course, after investment. But I do think it's been one of those key lessons for us is that companies that mainly choose the right help, steer it towards where they need it, and then use it well are ultimately the ones that operate better. And so there's been this theory, for example, that, the younger founders are going to need it and the more experienced founders aren't. That's not true at all. The more experienced founders who know what they're doing will take as much help as they can get. They use it very surgically for a specific thing. Right. But those folks we've found that embrace the help, it tends to correlate with this idea of learning machines and a growth mindset, because, the CEO that a company needed last year is not the CEO they're going to need in 2022. And so they have to be, I think it's affected how we work with and double down on companies, but I think it's also driven back to our decision-making to say, is this person a learning machine? Partly, are they curious enough? Partly, is there enough intellectual humility that the people who need to be the smartest person in the room at all times can't learn. And so generally we've tended to select away from those folks.
Love it. Yeah, we like to say here, stubborn about the vision, but flexible about the path to get there. On this special segment, we have Cameron Borumand of Fuse VC. Cameron, can you tell us a story highlighting a critical lesson that has changed the way you invest?
I think it's all comes back to team again, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, but early on, primarily learning from John Connors and just his ability to quickly assess teams to get to what the core of what drives an entrepreneur, talking everything from their background to their previous experiences, and then diving really deep on, if they jump into any customer examples, diving in really deep on them and getting a sense of, okay, how truly obsessed is this founder with their customers? How much do they know and understand of their current use cases and how their product fits in? It's just continuing to double down on finding the best talent in the world, based here in the Pacific Northwest, to go back.
That will conclude this installment of Investor Stories. If you're enjoying the program and would like to see it continue, take a moment and leave a 5-star review in iTunes. Also, if you'd like updates on new content from TFR, as well as the top 10 VC articles every week, go to fullratchet.net and sign up for the newsletter. Okay, that will wrap things up for today. Until next time, over-prepare, choose carefully, and invest confidently. Thanks for joining me.